Growing up, I'm taught that a man is the head of the home, and a woman's primary role is to take care of it, to cook, clean, and raise children. At home, I learned that it's okay to take the woman's role for granted. Even I, the littlest one in our family of 6, don't have to be nice to mom if I don't want to. We are permitted to disregard her tireless efforts on our behalf. I'm 6 years old and awake in the middle of the night. The moon outside the window, just beside the bed, draws my attention. I'm feeling big feelings inside. In the darkness, I locate a piece of construction paper and some crayons. By the light of the moon, I try to capture what I see and feel. Does a rainbow convey hope? Colors at least do. I feel a sense of peace and possibility. I'm in control of my own personality, of how others treat me. I won't be unseen and disregarded like my mother. I'm in 5th grade and my world works. Even though I'm quiet, my teachers notice me. I'm a big fish in a small pond, the best at schoolwork and almost the best girl at sports after Kathy and Lisa. I sing, I act, and I play flute in the band. Our teacher, Mr. K, is the most popular one in the school. He calls the boys by their last name and the other girls by their first names, but I'm Hewitt, just like my 2 brothers who came before me. Compared to my brothers, I'm an angel. For the past year, my family has been going to a Pentecostal church, and I am a believer. I avoid sins like lying and swearing. It's not hard. I participate in Sunday school, Sunday morning service, Sunday evening service, and Wednesday evening prayer meeting. I learn all about the Bible and try to put it into practice, sincerely. Mr. K assigns me to a seat in the last row, next to Tommy Mangiafico, who's a bit chubby. He knows I'll behave, be a good influence in the back of the classroom, where distance makes his authority more diffuse. When Tommy jumps and exclaims in the middle of class, Mr. K yells, "Mangiafico!" placing blame where he knows it must lie. Little does he suspect that I just sunk my forefinger into Tommy's irresistibly chubby side. In 6th grade, everything changes. I'm now at the combined middle school, a smaller fish in a bigger pond. My locker number is 667. My neighbor Michelle, 666, finds the strange or scary things on or in her locker regularly. At recess one day, I strike up the nerve to tell the vice principal that the combination on my locker doesn't always work. He proposes a wager. He says, 10 cents says, if we go to your locker right now, I can open it. So we do, with our onlookers. He wins the dime off me, but I don't mind. I feel a little bit proud and powerful to have bantered with and gotten attention from one of the people in charge. I don't stand out in middle school the way I did in elementary. I try out for the basketball team and only make second alternate. I try out for the band and am second to last chair in the flute section until I'm challenged and wind up in last chair. I don't know anyone and start to get average grades. Kristen, my friend from across the street, says rude things about me in the hall to her friends. I'm sitting in homeroom class. The teacher calls me up to his desk again. What does he want this time? I'm not sure why he's been singling me out. I rise from my desk and walk to the front. My face feels hot. When I arrive, he speaks to me. His voice is quiet. The others can't hear. I'm trying to understand what's happening. I'm uncomfortable. Now his hands are on me. He's lifting me up off my feet in front of the whole class. I have no idea why he's doing this. My face feels even hotter. It must be beet red. I want to be seen, but not like this. I wonder, what am I doing wrong that's making him treat me this way? I thought I was in control of how I am perceived and treated. I want to distance myself from what exactly? What about me makes it possible for him to make me feel this way? I find myself back at my desk and the bell is ringing. Homeroom is over. Relief. I stand and walk toward the open door to the hall. I'm eager to get out of this room, to leave my confusion behind, to enter the hall. I'm about to cross the threshold and the door is shut in front of me. Along with the students moving forward behind me, I am forced to stop, open the door, move into the hall, see who did this, that kid looking over his shoulder. Did he say something to me? My heart has he has a mean smile on his face. He's laughing with his friends. My heart is racing at full speed again. Something snaps inside. With no forethought, and for the first time in my life, I hear a bad word coming out of my mouth. The word comes out quiet and awkward. It feels funny on my tongue. Asshole. I can't tell if he or anyone around hears this word come out of my mouth. With all the blood pumping through my veins so fast, my hearing isn't working properly. But I feel as if time stops, all sound and motion ceases, and the word asshole ricochets around the hallway, bouncing off lockers and in my brain. I don't tell anyone, and no, my parents don't know this happened, but my dad decides I'm becoming rebellious and sends me to a private Baptist school for the next 5 years. I go to a Christian college, and just after I graduate, marry Chris, who at the time is preparing to be a pastor. I start working at a Christian organization. I'm 22 years old, a budding young accountant. I just passed the CPA exam, all 4 parts, which only 7% who take the test do. I've known for a while that I wanted to be in a respected profession. Even more clearly, I knew what I didn't want, to be unseen and taken for granted the way my mother was. I recently been named the supervisor of the accounting department over a few women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. I'm serious and competent. My promotion means a much-needed raise. I really need some new clothes, and Chris helps me pick out a few things. One day, I'm in the office of Wesley Schrock, the lawyer and corporation counsel for our organization. I've come to discuss something work-related and serious, accountant to lawyer. I'm wearing a new professional black dress, and it's just a little bit tighter and shorter than usual, and over it, a checkered jacket cut to a woman's shape. I'm standing in front of his imposing desk. He lowers his glasses, looks me up and down, slowly and deliberately, and says, "You look great today." I don't know what to say. I leave as quickly as I can. I feel confused. I think I shouldn't have worn this. I'm never going to his office alone again. I'm ashamed and nervous and offended for feeling nervous. I feel icky and less than. Why did that happen? How could he reduce me to these feelings so quickly? Suddenly, I'm no longer a competent and effective professional. I'm only useful for something happening in his head. I still can't figure out what was happening in 6th grade when my homeroom teacher picked me up. But now I'm having the same feeling all over again. I want to distance myself, and now I can name from what. I don't want to identify as a woman if it means my sense of safety and control can be so easily stolen from me. The insight I came to in the middle of the night when I was 6 was only half true. I do have power to shape my own life and be who I want to be, but it's an illusion to believe that I'm in control of how others see and treat me. It's difficult to let go of this illusion. I blame myself or chalk these experiences up to specific circumstances I can't quite understand, mysterious aberrations. For many years, I don't consider that how I was treated was not my fault, that I was just the wrong woman at the right time for men who didn't happen to exempt me from a sexist system. I now see that distancing myself from my identity as a woman doesn't make me immune from being treated as less than. Looking back, I can see that I quietly carried the conviction that women are, in fact, equal to men, contrary to what I was taught. And now I'm learning to embrace being a woman as a central part of my identity and as a basis for working with others to end inequality.